Peace, love, and harmony, family. I am infinite abundance, exponentially healthy, wealthy, with the highest potentials for life, infinitely. And what are we doing right now? Raising those frequencies. And what else? Raising those vibrations. Take that, take that. Take that good ass energy I'm sending and sprinkling all over you right now. You better get it. And what are we going to do? Breathe in this good ass prana that is conscious with all. Let's go. Oh yeah, free to be. Beautiful, authentic, unapologetically. One more time. Deep down from the base of those spines. Yeah. Deep down from the base of those spines. And light up each and every one of those chakras as they are in perfect alignment with the ethers, bringing beautiful manifestations to our life to show up in reality, just as a rainbow shows up in the sky. Make it deep, make it beautiful. Let's go. Feels so good to be in the land of the living with praises and thanksgiving. Can I get a hello? 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 There. Hello there. Now today, let's talk about why we hold jurisdictions over everything we own now. And I want to begin this message by saying this now. Just as Father, Mother, God, the universe, whatever you want to call our energy, holds jurisdiction over everything created by itself. We hold jurisdiction over everything we co-create or manifest for ourselves, and just as no one is entitled to do as they please with what Father, Mother, God created for humanity now. It's the same thing that applies to our life individually now. And what do I mean by this? This subject was brought up and it's something that I choose to highlight now, and the subject was brought up from a conversation I was having with somebody who purchased my car, my then car, 3 years ago, and he called to find out how I was going now. He said he just was going through, like apparently he was going through his phone numbers on his phone, and I suddenly remind him that, hey, I have this girl number, let me call her and reach out to her and see how she's going. And he called, and we got into a conversation. I thought he was calling me for some documents for the car, which I already knew that I was settled, but you never know with these matrix BS now, how things just go now. And nevertheless, I answered the call, and while I answered the call, while we were into a conversation, he was telling me, I was asking him about the car and stuff, and how we going, and he say, well, because I saw the vehicle in a mechanical shop about 2 weeks ago, and I asked him, well, what was wrong with the car? You know, why it is there sitting down in a shop, like waiting to be serviced now. Good day. Yeah, and he got into explaining to me that, you know, when he purchased the car, that he took it and used it to bring an income for me. So the car actually is a taxi now. And he made a deal with a young man to work to own it. Now, work to owning is where you pay money, money towards the owner of the car, and where you pay a separate amount of money to own the car. And he was telling me how he gave the car to this young man and worked to own her. And instead of him, he said he started off good by paying the money and everything, and then he run into some problems or whatever the case may be. And he made that an excuse for him to not pay for the car, not to take care of the car, and still have the car to use at his convenience now. And when the owner of the car, which is the gentleman who called me yesterday, got a call from the young man saying that the car not working and he parked it on the side of the road, and for him to pick it up, to come and pick up the car. That is when the owner of the car realized, well, he was being too lenient with his young man so much that he destroyed the car. He didn't completely pay for the car, but he destroyed the car. Didn't have no money to fix it back. And abandoned the vehicle at the side of the road, which now led him now to dig in his pocket to get a record to move the car, carry it by the garage, and is now spending a whole heap of money on the engine, while the young man now is seeking to do whatever with his life and leave him in despair to fix the car. Now, that's why I'm saying today, beautiful soul, you know, we hold jurisdiction over what we own now, you know, and we have to know when we are giving somebody a chance to improve themselves now, when the first inclination of lack of responsibility for themselves is the first red flag for you to take away what it is or the privilege that you give them to your space now or to your things, you know, because you will think that by giving somebody a chance to improve themselves, that they will take it and run with it. Instead, most of them feel they're entitled to it. They feel that they could do as they please with it. They could use it whenever they want it. They could tell you how you feel you better than me because you had this or that. Those things are just things just to keep you feeling guilty for when you take it back. You understand? And I like to say, I like to give people a chance, yes. But I have a time and space for that. And I sit and I observe how comfortable people get with what you own, you know, and so bold face to try to own it too, to try to control it, you know, to try to make it something that is not, you know. And that's why I say to you today, beautiful souls, we hold jurisdiction over what we own, you know. We know how hard we work to create it. We know how hard we work to take care of it. We know how hard we work to appreciate it and have gratitude for it, and not have others come and trample on what we own with the lack-mindedness. You know, I'll give you another example. I was observing a mother and a son who's about in his early 30s, probably 35, somewhere around there. And she's telling him with some, she has some appliances in her home that he just rough with now. Slam down and bang and, you know, not in tune with the feminine energy. And she turns to him and say, "You're gonna mash up my things. You're just slamming into everything. You're gonna mash up my things." And instead of him taking that and being gentle with the things, he turns to her and he says, "I always be viewed as the wrong one." So I asked myself, well, what that had to do with slamming down her things, and what she worked hard for? What that had to do with that? You know, she's just telling him, "Yo, be careful with the things that I work hard for, because I had to spend hundreds of dollars for it. Something that he didn't spend any money on, or any time on, or wherever it came, whatever, where, in whatever way it came from, you know, to take care of it, and you're having a privilege to use it wisely now." Instead, he turned to her and said he always the one to be the wrong one. And I was like, "Psh, what kind of shit is that?" You know, trying to put guilt on people for what they have in life now, what they work hard to get in life now, what they went through tedious hours of creating and making the life resourceful for themselves now. To now come and feel entitled and feel that, make you feel like, you know, that you watching down on them and you feel you better than them, when in fact they can do the exact same thing, than to try to belittle others for the very same thing that they co-create with or manifest with or bought from their pockets, you know. So I say to you today, beautiful souls, you can help others, you know, but make sure you have a boundary to that, because what has happened is people is get comfortable or entitled to the things that you have for your life now. You know, me, when I see that I gave you a space to build yourself and you did nothing with it, that space is no longer available for you to dwell in it now. I let go and I leave you right which part I met you, because they didn't take the time to use the space for growth and to get what is valuable for their life. You know, I've in this lifetime, and I can say probably many lifetimes because it's just how my soul is naturally now. I have shown people so many solutions how to go about things now. You know, how to build themselves, how to improve themselves, how to get from point A to point B to point C to point Z. And all they did was spray off of my energy, you know. And in the end, still end up doing nothing with themselves. That's why I am the way I am in this present moment now, because I realize that people play with our empathy, and when we have had enough, they try to make us feel guilty for conserving our energy and for holding jurisdiction over what we own. But I say to you today, beautiful souls, do not ever feel guilty, because you were the one who were giving them space to build themselves and make their life you're the one giving them space for themselves so they could grow for themselves and make their life fulfilling unto themselves. And when they don't take that space and use it wisely, don't feel guilty from taking back your energy. And whatever resources you allow them to use in the space that they should have grown in to create their reality. You are not here to be responsible for anyone, because the last time I checked, Father, Mother, God, Source, the universe, whatever you want to call our energy, only had itself to co-create and build its own reality. And it is so that every human being species on this planet have the same energy to make their life fulfilling, sustainable, co-creative, intuitively. expand and grow abundantly. I am infinite abundance, exponentially healthy, wealthy, with the highest potentials for life infinitely. Please tap that like button, subscribe to my channel, share this with someone who needs to hear this. Yes, share this with someone who needs to hear this. Because we own, we take jurisdiction for what we own, just as the universe takes care of what it owns, and does not allow anything or anyone to be entitled to what it created for us to be entitled to what we own. Let everyone get what they need to get on their own. It is the only way they grow. And co-create a life that is meaningful. Good day, good day. Once again, I am infinite abundance, exponentially healthy, wealthy, with the highest potentials for life infinitely. Do have a beautiful, spectacular, awesome, magical, amazing day, just as you are, filled with beautiful manifestations from the heart, holding the jurisdictions over what we own, because we co-create intuitively for solutions, manifestations, that each and everyone has the ability to do for their life intuitively. I love all of you. High vibrational 5D New Earth Stars.